Hey guys, what's up? This is B coming to you from GNA today. So here's my newest tactical 22. This is the Colt M4 22 tactical rimfire. This is a full metal construction rifle. Alright, so first thing real quick, I picked this up from Centerfire Systems in Kentucky. I bought this on December 30th, 2015. And I picked it up at my FFL today, January 4th, 2016. Paid $2.99 for it, which really it wasn't that because they do the stupid credit card thing where there's 3% on top of that. And so anyways, on top of the credit card fee and shipping and all that, it ends up being $330 right at it. And then my FFL charges $20 for transfer fee. So right at $350 total dollars for this rifle. Now I just want to do a quick unboxing on this. This is the second gen Colt M4 22. And Colt, Walther, Umarex, all those, none of them say anything about that. But it is the second gen. I learned this from some other videos on YouTube. I'll show you how to tell the difference from the first and second gen real quick. It's very easy. This rifle's been out for a long time. It's been out since early 2009 and today is early 2016. So it's been out for a while, so there's plenty of these. But I do want to show you about the second gen thing and about some customizations that I'm going to do to this. Now this rifle is made by Umarex and Walther with a little bit of input, but it's made at the Umarex factory. And I've got a video proving all that and talking about the Walther-Umarex relationship and who actually makes these rifles. This rifle is made in Arnsberg, Germany by the Umarex factory. And I'll link to that video, or I'll actually have a card to that video right here. Alright, so let's quickly unbox this. Alright, it comes with this 30 round mag, which is actually a 31 round mag. I've got 3 other rifles made by Walther, well actually I should start saying Umarex / Walther, that use the exact same mag, and this mag, they say it's 30, it actually holds 31 rounds comfortably. There's also this long Allen wrench that adjusts for the different velocities of rounds that you might run through this. Okay, you get your lock, and you get this wrench that actually takes off the flash hider, although in my experience, and I've already been messing with this rifle some today, but that threaded off very easy. I don't even need this wrench. And I'm not sure what that little Allen wrench is for. Warranty, firearm safety and you, and then the little user manual. And then the rifle itself. Okay, so pretty sweet looking rifle. How do you tell the difference between first gen and second gen? Is the easiest way to know the difference is the safety. If the safety is 90 degrees from safe to fire, and got a chamber flag in there, we're clear. But if it's 90 degrees from safe to fire, you have the second gen rifle. The first gen rifle was 180 degrees to go from safe here, and you had to roll it 180 for it to be pointing this direction towards fire. The other difference is in the bolt catch, bolt release, which of course on this rifle is not functional. But on the first gen, this bolt catch, bolt release would fall out once the two halves were apart. On this, the second gen, and there may be different versions of the second gen, because I've seen second gen where this is 90 degrees, where this bolt catch can still fall out. On mine, it won't fall out. Once you take the two halves apart, it's held captive in there still. Okay, now I talked about this in my other video about Umarex and Walther, but DE stands for Deutsch. That's made in Germany. The eagle over N is the nitro proof, means that this rifle's been test fired. BD is the date code. A is 0, B is 1, C is 2, D is 3. So BD means 1-3. So this rifle was made in 2013. And the important thing is that shield with 3 crowns means that this rifle was proofed by the Cologne proof house, the Cologne, Germany proof house, which means that this rifle nearly absolutely was made in Arnsberg, which is a short drive, or relatively short drive, from Cologne, Germany. Now, another thing interesting about this being the second gen is when these rifles first came out, they had a lot of problems, and a lot of people didn't like them. But it seems like that opinion has kind of changed, and I think the reason for that is one of my friends on YouTube, Metham88, on my Walther Umarex video, posted a link to waltherforums.com where supposedly this Walther rep was on there, and he said that they did have some issues at first with Umarex making these real rifles because they'd never really done that before. But he said that they had really worked with Umarex, that Walther had invested a lot of money to make sure that Umarex stepped up their quality with their real firearms, because Umarex, of course, is an airsoft rifle company. And so I think that this being the second gen is kind of proof of what that guy was talking about on waltherforums.com, that they did step it up, and that this is a better quality rifle, and that you have the safety the way it's supposed to be, and that it probably overall is just a better rifle than that first gen rifle. Although there's plenty of those first gen rifles that there's nothing wrong with, but I think maybe this is a step up in quality getting this second gen rifle. Okay, a lot of people don't like the way that 30 round mag looks. You can get the 20 round mag and make it look closer to a real AR-15, although you only have 20 rounds. Now with this rifle, I'm going to make some upgrades on that, and I'll be making videos showing me going through that process. One of the upgrades is I'm going to be putting on this new handguard. And one thing about this is, since it is made by Umarex, there's a lot of parts on here that are airsoft spec. The threads on this upper receiver are airsoft spec. And so you have to have an airsoft handguard to be able to replace this handguard. And that's what I got here, is just really just a cheap free float handguard. And I'm going to be putting that thing on there. Guess it should be like that. Of course, whenever I put this on, I'll be taking off this front sight here and replacing that. Okay, I'm also going to be putting on this new trigger guard. This is a Strike Industries SI Cobra Fang, and it's got like this little fang looking thing right here, and it acts as a magazine guide. It's going to fit on there like that. And it helps you to put the mag up into the mag well a lot easier, and of course it adds the extra room there. And then also I'm going to be replacing the grip, and I got this K2 grip, and I tried to figure out about this airsoft stuff as I was doing this. I ordered this from an airsoft company. I got this K2 grip, and I thought it was a K2 airsoft grip, but I guess they don't make that. This is just a standard K2 grip, which actually is cool, because if this doesn't end up working for this rifle, then I can just put this on one of my other AR-15s, and I've been wanting to put some flat dark Earthstoff on there, so we'll have this. Also, I ordered an airsoft buttstock, but even that one, the diameter inside of the buttstock is too small, and it doesn't slide on here hardly at all. So I'm going to have to try to figure out more about that. I'm probably going to try to order just some cheap knockoff Magpul PTS thing and see if I can just find something, because I put on my Magpul MOE buttstock on here, and it rattles quite a bit. I have another Rogers Industry buttstock that I try to put on here, and it has a way to clamp down, but even with that, even whenever it clamps down, there's still some wiggle room in there. So I'm going to have to work on that to try to figure that out. So there you go. There's my newest Tactical 22. I'm going to enjoy doing these upgrades, making the videos over those, and ready to get out to the range and put a few rounds with this thing and see what it's made of. This is B coming to you from G&A today. Thanks for watching.